Hey everybody, it's Cindy Matalucci, your host of The Pulse, and today we are in LA at Heritage Square Museum. The museum is a place where history comes alive, and rumor has it, so do the spirits. Let's check it out. We're so excited. Thanks for having us today.
Sure.
So will you tell the viewers a little bit about this property?
Sure. So this property was vacant parkland, and in around 1967, 1969, a group of volunteers were going around Los Angeles and they were noticing that the architecture was being torn down for office buildings, corporate buildings, things like that. So they formed a foundation and they went around the city and basically bought these houses for $1 and had them moved here. So all the houses are from LA County. They're from Highland Park, Pasadena. This house, the greenhouse, the Hale House, was about a mile from here. So they got together and got the money together, and Heritage Square was formed in about 1969.
And you guys, so you're doing so much on the property now. You guys are hosting events. There's things that you can do. You guys are doing tours. So tell us a little bit about that.
So we do our regular public tours on the weekends, 11 to 5. You get a go into the houses with a guide. You hear the history of the architecture, the families, the property, Los Angeles. We also do events with different community members like Street Food Cinema, Vitamin String Quartet, Blue 13 Dance, Downtown Repertory Theater, and we do a lot of film shoots here. And we have the Day of the Dead Magic Market pop-up coming up next weekend, and that'll be about 75 vendors a day. We get about 1,500 people per day, and there's food trucks, vegan food, there's music, there's yoga and sound bowls in the church, so it's just a full day of all kinds of activities.
Well, and fun fact, one of my favorite movies, Legally Blonde, I heard a rumor was filmed here. Is that right?
Yes, it was filmed in the Perry, and when she goes to the party and she's wearing her bunny suit, she walks up the stairs. That's she goes inside, and that's the scene.
That is so cool.
When guests come here, I want them to feel like they're stepping back in time, and I want them to see what life was like for the Victorians in Los Angeles. So what I've done is I've pretty much cleared out the houses of the old collection, brought in new collection, and when people walk in the houses, they can feel like what it was like in the Victorian era, what books they were reading, what they were drinking, and the newspapers. Yes, yeah.
I love all the little touches. We were filming and photographing that. And you have to come up and check out this place and tell us the website that they can go to to find everything.
It's heritagesquare.org.
I love it. Well, thank you so much. We're going to take you inside now. So can you give us a little history on this home? Because there was a few owners before Bessie was here.
Yeah, so the home itself originally started out as a model home. It was in a planned community as a way for people who were going to be joining that community to see how wonderful their houses could be. This house has a ton of modern conveniences, and it was a great way for them to kind of look into the future of what homes could look like. It passed through a couple of families before it ended up with James and Bessie Hale. That's why we call it the Hale House, as they lived here the longest. Now, James and Bessie lived here together as a couple for a while before Bessie caught James stealing her jewelry to give to his mistress. She took him to court, and they awarded them a divorce and gave her the house, which is totally unheard of in that time period. So while she lived here on her own for a while, eventually she opened it up as a home for women whose husbands were incarcerated. They were able to live here with their children and by themselves. They wouldn't be out on the streets.
Well, and the other thing I wanted to ask you is because people say that they feel the spirit of Bessie here because she lived here for so many years, and she was 97, I think, when she died.
She was quite old. Now, she did not die in the house. Okay. She did move out before she passed on. But if someone lives somewhere for a long time, you can definitely feel the imprint of who they were in that home. We have some beautiful artifacts here from Bessie, and I feel like just the energy of her remains in the home.
I love it. Thank you so much.
Of course.